If companies don't have another dimension to them and a personality, it's difficult for the customers that shop with them and the people that work for them to develop any sort of identity with them or relationship with them. The C activity is very much about trying to develop that identity. The next thing is ethical, and this is about doing the right thing as a business. And I think this sort of plays to Alan's comment about if products could talk, what would they say? And I suppose the key example here is diamonds, and you'll be familiar with the Kimberley process and trying to source diamonds from sustainable sources, but also that have been mined in an appropriate way. Doing whatever it is you do, and so that if your product did talk, it would say things that actually reflected well on you. And the final piece of C is environmental, which we're talking about today. Customers don't sort of deliberately want to choose the person that has produced the product from the worst possible source, under the worst possible circumstances. And quite often, if asked, they would say that given the choice, they would want it to come from the best possible place. And the same goes for colleagues across the business. None of us want to work for a business that is tainted in any way.
If the guys at head office want you to save energy, they've actually got to provide you with the tools, haven't they?
Absolutely, the tools and the reasons to doing it.
Right.
I think you said earlier, you have to get people to know to ask the right questions, or to, you ask the people the right questions, and once you know what it is that they want to take out of it and kind of give them the answers as to why we should be doing that, then I think they would be more willing to.
A promotional month, so starting off with maybe just a picture, and then the following week there'd be a picture with an explanation, and funneling that from like a world view to a UK view to a Signet view, and then a personal view as well.
Carbon pledges from store staff. Use the switchboards in stores where it's possible, and make sure every store is reading their meters on a weekly basis, and provide introduction packs to the carbon campaign for all stores.
We talked about more natural light, and do we need all the lights on in the office all the time?
Giving GEM awards to ideas, to great ideas, so really stimulate that idea process within the company, so that everyone has a buy-in, not just senior management.
What this initiative does, it allows you to care about these issues, not just at home, but in your place of work.
Yeah.
Do you think that will be the same for many people who work for Signet?
I think there are probably a lot of people who work within Signet that care about the environment, but don't necessarily put environment and work together. So I think that this will allow there to be more of a meeting of interests and desires, because people do have a desire to do the best for themselves, for their families, for the planet, and if we can find a way of making it mesh with work, that would be brilliant.
One of the nice things about working freelance is you get to see a lot of companies and a lot of organisations and lots of people involved in this. You are genuinely a good company. You're a good company to be with, and you are a good company. You're very good at delivering what you say you're going to deliver. And just as an outsider looking in, I really believe that, just by the sort of the tone of voice. So you should be really, really, really proud of yourselves, what you're doing, but just as a company. It's a really lovely culture you've got here, and it's great to sort of have access and exposure to it. It matters, because what we need in this debate is sincerity. The problem we're trying to solve, we being the world and being called carbon, is a problem of the nature the world's never had before. This is new ground. Having this sort of narrative, having this sort of customer interaction, talking to each other and your customers about what you're doing, might just make the difference we actually need. And the reason why it'll break through is the sincerity which I, as an outsider looking in, feel from this company. So congratulations, it's been a great day. Thank you.